We started our electronics business 15 years ago, and through these years we have always the dream of making an Egyptian brand and introduce it to the Egyptian people and to the world. 3 years ago, while launching the presidential initiative, Egypt Makes Electronics, we were the first one to join this initiative with a Chinese know-how partner.
Why did you choose China to work with, and what are the advantages of working with the Chinese company?
China is leading in the field of manufacturing of electronics. Most of the electronics devices are now manufactured in China, mostly in a famous city called Shenzhen. We are sending our engineers and technicians to get their training in the Chinese factory. Also, our partner is sending us some of his engineers and quality control personnel. And of course, the factory system and workflow is also inherited from the Chinese factories.
Tell us more about the components of the phone, the local components and the components they're using from outside Egypt.
In Egypt, we are mainly manufacturing the PCBA, which is the printed circuit board, the main board which is controlling most of the functions in the mobile phone. And also we are alignment and calibration of the LCD and touch panel. These are the local components. It's about 45% out of the total mobile phone. The rest we are mainly importing from China.
What are the unique features for your mobile, the NILE X?
We are introducing the latest technologies in the mobile phone industries. So all features that the user is looking for, from the fantastic or dual camera, from the 4G connectivity, from the very clear and nice screen, long life battery, all these features are introduced through different categories and with very much competitive prices.
What is your branding going to be? How are you going to market the mobile NILE X to be able to compete with the foreign and international brands?
One pillar is the cost, as now the manufacturing in Egypt became much more cheaper than the manufacturing in China or India. The second part is most or fastest growing markets in this area are in Middle East and Africa. As Egypt got the free trade agreements with all Arab countries, which called GAFTA, and most of the African countries, we have here a very good chance to penetrate these markets.
What is the feedback so far to the launch of the Egyptian mobile?
We were targeting the mainly the GCC from Saudi Arabia, Emirates, Kuwait, Oman, some Eastern African countries like Kenya, Mozambique, and South Africa. But actually, through the last week, we got some requirements also from Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, Morocco, and some other maybe European countries like Holland and Spain.